Pisces, welcome to your next 72. Let's see what messages come out for the reading for the next 72. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Most High, thank you so much for blessing me with the gift of intuition as an intuitive reader. Allow this reading to bring clarity, understanding, and confirmation for Pisces for the next 72. As above, so below. Ashe. All right, Pisces, let's get some light on your reading. Shed some light on Pisces for the next 72. We have Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. So there is no lack of reassurance in the next 72. There is a form of awakening, of a realization, either it's an epiphany or a deja vu, of acknowledging you're in the right place at the right time. Let's see what you need to acknowledge or speak up about in the next 72, Pisces. I'm also receiving that you do not have to dig. It's right before your eyes. So it's very important that you're present and try to minimize being distracted. I can't tell you how you will be able to identify a distraction. It can be people, places, or things, or people within places. I'm also getting, this is now the time moving forward beyond the next 72, is stop helping without, it's like if no one asks you to help them, or if no one asks you for your information, of your knowledge, do not release it. Because it's like there is a helping energy of generosity, right? That speaks for itself, of your presence, Pisces, of being very knowledgeable. And that can be intimidating. There's no request of you to dumb it down. It's more so align yourself with people whom, let me correct, the people who get you don't know how to help you, Pisces. It's like you're not being clear on the direction. You know what to do with the Akasha. And there's some sense of needing to learn how to be a team player. But there's always this energy of not wanting to play a game. There's a sense of divine knowledge is not a game. It is a tool. What does Pisces need to acknowledge or speak up about in the next 72? You need some time alone, and you know why. There's the form of distraction of confirming that. It's like now is the time where you're supposed to be strategizing and getting things in order, but instead you are distracting yourself or keeping yourself busy with other duties or things or situations or obligations that you should not be feeling that you've placed yourself in obligation. And there's some sense of work that needs to be done or something that needs to be learned. And pertaining to what you need to speak up about is that you need to speak up that there is priorities. And there's this urge of, if we are not on one accord, then there's time cannot be wasted. It's like holding something with gentle and care. Let's pull a goddess oracle, Pisces. I'm also getting some sense of urgency. We have the goddess Rhiannon, Rhiannon, the goddess of sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. And that's what's so sacred. That's why you need time alone. It's like this is not the time to, I don't want to say broadcast, but it's kind of like you are asking for help in all the wrong places. Are you revealing what it is you're working on when there's still more that needs to be learned? I'm getting natural here. This is a natural gift, this sorceress energy. I'm getting that when you're distracted, it separates you from that musicianship. You're unable to tap in. This is kind of like a creator energy, kind of, in a way. It's like when you're going with the flow here. So the advisor and the suggestion with the next 72 is to strategize a way to maintain your focus in the sense of making certain decisions a priority. Let's look at possible obstacles or what tools you need to utilize within the next 72. No place like home. Yes, it's confirming this natural gift here. You're tapping back into gifts that was inherited to you since of birth. So the distraction is some sense of belonging, acceptance of your gifts. People may not understand it, but with the next 72 here, it's like going within. It's like you know what you need to do, but there's something within self that you are battling that has this void of belonging, like something is missing, but everything that you need. You're being distracted by an emotion that could be clouding your judgment. It's like completing something and realize that you did something, but then you go back into square one of what you had to go through to be able to complete that one task. And that could be reason why there's a sense of belonging. There's an unbalance. And there's a high value of family here. It's like you're trying to orchestrate family to come together. And you are asking divine to give you the how-tos, directions on how to reestablish a solid foundation within your musicianship. Let's look at shadow self, Pisces. I'm not getting a sense of feeling overwhelmed here. This longing could be as well the longing of what would lacked in your home as a child. We have the Judgment and shadow energy. I'm getting that, Pisces, you are just now healing from the lack of nurturing within your upbringing, the lack of emotion and being able to identify feelings. That's why this natural gift of sorcery is so easy for you, because you're not emotionally attached when it comes to your musicianship, or you are emotionally attached. But this attachment is released to divine. And that's why you're granted, because what it is that whatever you project, you may know how to read people. You may be some sort of mediumship, in some form of medium. I'm also getting that whatever your talents or gifts were as a child, they were not supported. All right, masculine energy here. We have the Hierophant. This is masculine being self-made in spirituality, in your own awakening, in your openness to all belief systems and traditional. So you're not a closed-minded individual. This is in masculine energy here. I'm getting through the shadow self of judgment, of experiencing hell and back. This is like someone saying, when I have children, I'm not going to allow my children to go through what I went through. So instead of trying to obtain fresh archives, it's like you couldn't let go of the past archives, so you kept repeating the cycle until there was this point of realizing that you would have to forgive and no longer either be the victim or victimize those in judgment in your shadow self. And through that, you learned your own way of releasing and elevating and growing. Let's look at feminine energy. And with this shadow self, there's an awakening of realizing that you are sunken in your own sunken place, because you had to learn to fill in or understand the lack thereof when it came to nurturing or being supported of your likings and your interests as a child. Feminine energy is the Five of Voices. It's not about accepting those who hurt you that could have been two-faced. One minute they love you, one minute they're giving tough love, and one minute you're betrayed. But this is you constantly in the past extending the olive branch, turning over that leaf and saying that I do forgive. I am awakening. I am awoke. I'm present. But there is a new sense of being. If it doesn't have balance and harmony, it doesn't feel like home. And that's no longer a challenge within the next 72. The lack thereof. This is someone being awakening of finally reading your own self and knowing who you are. Let's look at the status of love. You fill in the blank and pertaining to the status and the label, whether it's self, platonic, dating, courting, common law, marriage, or divorce. We have children. Your love life is being affected by children. Pertaining to self, there is a sense of needing to grow up, Pisces. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look to see if there's any possible foolishness. I'm also getting adults acting childish here. And someone here in masculine energy in the Hierophant has separated themselves. They have a whole different mind frame. Yeah, the Knight of Wands here. Foolish energy. The feeling of displacement, acting young, acting childish, looking as if you're unexperienced, but you are. It's foolish to believe that you're not experienced. Despite of what you personally went through in shadow self when you were a rebel, when you didn't follow the rules, maybe even being reckless. Because there was a lacking of the home environment where in shadow self you had to seek and find. And in that seeking and finding you got lost. Right? But through being lost, you learned within sorcery energy, and that energy is representing itself. What did you truly learn? Are you in the Hierophant energy? What is going to be recorded about you in the Akasha's records in the next 72? Are you going to lead by example, Pisces? Or are you going to still be caught up in your emotions? Let's take a look in your money bag. We have hiring an expert. You're the expert, Pisces. You have information that is willing to help other people. Your experience. And with this confidence here, this is like Pisces. It's like you don't want your past to resurrect itself. But it's in the Akasha records. You can't run from the past. You have to tell people with this foolish energy of your experiences. I mean, what have you been through? Right? From rags to riches. And that comes in many forms to different people. It doesn't necessarily have to be material. This is someone wanting to be independent here. You're embarking on an adventure to create your own income here. And it's like you know what to do, but there is some sense of insecurities. People may be looking at you like this in the next 72. motivated. But there's children here in the center of the reading. There's a lack of connection. This could be parents, siblings. It has to do with siblings. I'm getting at a house is not a home. There has to be some kind of order here. That's why this higher expert is like, you know what you need to do. But at the same time, there's also needing of some sort of assistance. It's like, you know you need help. But if you don't get that, you have the confidence to try. And your musicianship as a sorcerer here. I don't see any baggage that you're holding on to in the sense of telling your story. You're not being a victim. Let's see what's going on behind the scenes. Overall, your reading, it's advising you to step into your musicianship as a sorcerer. It simply states, you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So if you want family to come back together, be confident and strategize that. This could be seeking counsel. There's some form of imbalance when it comes to family. There's attention seeking here amongst siblings. This could be adults and not children. What's going on behind the scenes for Pisces? The number 36, you can be 36 years of age. It's happening now. I'm getting favor. 46 can be someone's age, right? We have winter in reverse. Someone is no longer being cold towards someone. Someone's opening up. Someone's confident to come in to assist you. Someone who's experienced this sorcerer energy. So it may not be you at this time practicing your musicianship. Someone else is coming in. And then we have go on. This is like a student saying, yes, I'm ready to learn. Let's pull your affirmation, Pisces. I'm getting from rags to riches. I'm also getting that there is someone who has an eye on someone, who sees someone's potential. But they think that your children may be an issue of what it is they're trying to call into your life. It says, I am blessed with an incredible family and wonderful friends. So Pisces, you are moving on from dysfunctionality. You are moving on from dysfunctional love, tough love. There's contentness. Let's get overall direction. There's contentness. There's contentment when it comes, oh, my stomach, when it comes to love. We have the Ace of Cups. My stomach is really talking to me. Whew. It says, let go of any emotional baggage that is weighing you down and start truly living your life. This is your opportunity for a fresh start or a new relationship, whether or not you choose to take the cup and drink from it is up to you. It's happening now, Pisces. Release yourself from being cold and overwhelmed. If you're balanced and if you feel the experience of harmony, allow others to feel it too. All right, don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, Pisces, and that is you and I.